Hi.
Hi.
So we're going to take a little history today and figure out what you want to work on with the EMDR, and then we'll go from there. So, Michelle, could you tell me your age?
Yes, I am 51.
Okay. And how long do you think you've been having this issue?
The anger issue has been for, off and on for several years, but really more in the last 3 or 4.
Okay. And can you tell me a recent incident when you were angry?
Yes. I am struggling with some of the comments that my husband's making. And I don't think he does it intentionally, but they're very hurtful, and he has a lot of anger. And I'm finding that I'm getting angry and responding that way.
Okay. And can you tell me a recent incident that happened?
Yes, it was involving our youngest daughter and her boyfriend, and just kind of the dynamic of their relationship.
Okay, will you just tell me the story?
I think the issue is that she has been dating this gentleman for a while, and my husband is a little hesitant with him because of the fact that he has been wishy-washy, and then also when he comes and visits, he'll stay with her, and she lives with us, and that upsets my husband.
Okay. All right, so when you say he's wishy-washy, what does that mean?
Well, he's had some of his own anxiety issues, and when he gets overwhelmed, he'll panic and say, okay, we shouldn't date anymore, and then
he quits on it.
Yeah, and he's done that a couple times.
Okay, so tell me what happened between you and your hubby, and kind of.
I was just letting him know kind of the general, he gets a little stressed, anxious, I'm not sure what, angry, whatever, when he doesn't know kind of what everybody's doing, and so I let him know that they were going to be coming back this evening from their trip, and they would both be here this evening, and then he would go home in the morning. And that upsets my husband. And so he gets cold towards me, and I'm getting kind of tired of it, and so I just snapped at him.
Okay, so what was going on that you snapped?
Just tired of him getting upset over everything. It seems like, not everything, but most things. He gets angry so easily. If the pharmacy phone system isn't working right, he'll get angry because he's having to fight that battle. Or he'll get angry with me if I ask him not to talk to me a certain way, or I ask him, tell him that something he's doing is hurting me. He'll get angry, and it'll become about my fault. And I'm getting tired of that. It's kind of wearing me down.
So what did your hubby say today that hurt your feelings?
It wasn't what he said, it was his reaction when I was trying to let him know, because I know he likes to have a heads up, so I gave him the heads up, and then he got super quiet and started making his faces of disapproval, I guess you would call it. That's how you know he's angry.
So he makes a face.
He'll make a face and he gets real quiet. He makes it, and his whole body language changes.
Okay, and when he does that, how disturbing is that for you?
Pretty disturbing.
Okay, like, can you give me a number, 0 to 10?
Sure, I would say it would be an 8 or a 9 probably.
Okay. And you said it's been happening the last 3 or 4 years. Can we kind of just look at your 40s and maybe close your eyes just a minute here?
Okay.
I'm going to have you kind of do a float back and see if there are other times in your 40s that you kind of can just float backwards and see that occurred and bugged you.
Nothing that's coming to mind Nothing that's coming to mind there.
Okay, can we go in your 30s and kind of look?
In my 30s, I was married to my youngest daughter's father, and he is deceased. And I can think of times then where kind of the same types of behaviors and the anger, just feeling very demeaned or very, I don't know how I would describe it actually at this point.
And could I have a first name for that?
Mm-hmm.
Eric. Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Eric, can you tell me when you saw that picture of Eric? Can you tell me what you saw?
It was more of a feeling than just one memory. It was more of just kind of a series of just probably the whole dynamic of that marriage. It
Okay,
was just like that.
go back to your 30s for me, if you would,
Okay.
please, for just a sec, and see if we can look at your relationship with Eric before he died, and if there's an incident that's still disturbing to you.
Oh, there's probably several actually.
Okay.
The fighting when he would drink. There's a Thanksgiving where we had gone out of town and he had stayed home and came back to a terrible mess in the house where he just basically destroyed the kitchen cooking and then left it all. Trying to think of, he did have an affair, and that was another hot button. It's kind of all that's coming up right now.
Okay. And can you give me a number to that affair thing and that coming home on
Oh,
Thanksgiving?
those were probably 9, 10.
And you've not worked on those before?
No.
All right, and then let's look at your 20s.
Okay.
Let's flip back into your 20s and see if there's something there that would produce anger in you.
Probably at that point it would be my mom. A lot of controlling from that point back, telling me how to do things, how to live, that I'm not doing it right, that I'm not, that I'm not raising my daughter right, that I'm not, picking the right profession or living the way that she thinks I should.
Okay. And when you go back and you look at your 20s, and I'm assuming teens, am I hearing that too?
Oh yeah, teens all the way through to my childhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the pictures that are bad from Mom?
There are just a lot of emotional neglect, a lot of, she was not a healthy person emotionally and had her own challenges and just did not attach to people well. And so as a result, I was a very affectionate, very loving kid, and she was not an affectionate, loving outwardly.
She wouldn't.
She would hug me, but it just wasn't the same as what I think I was looking for or needed. It was
So
cold.
Receive your love.
She did as best she could. It just wasn't.
Good enough.
No,
Didn't
it was very empty.
Okay.
Would be a good description.
And when you felt rejected by Mom, and that's my
Mhm,
word, not
mhm,
rejected, is that right? How disturbing does that feel to you now when you go back and look at that picture?
Done a lot of work on that, and so I would put that around a 3.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I want to go back to what just happened about telling your hubby that your daughter and her boyfriend are coming back. when you see him get quiet and make that face,
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing that it's an 8 out of 10. But what is that negative thought about yourself when he makes that face?
Hmm.
I'm what?
I have to protect myself. That's what I get more than anything. I go into defense mode. I have to protect myself.
Okay. So we have to protect ourselves when we don't feel safe for some reason or other.
Yes. Yes.
So is it, I'm just kind of trying to narrow it down here a little
Yeah.
bit. Is it, I'm what? I'm not safe, I'm bad, I'm not good enough, I'm rejected, kind of just throwing some out there.
I would think that I would fall into the I'm not safe, and it's an emotional not safe.
Okay.
I can't communicate with him without getting, can't communicate with him, I'm thinking, without getting, without upsetting him. I can't share how I feel because it's not okay. It's not right. It's not.
So it's I can't feel.
I can't feel. That would probably be it. I can't feel. Mm-hmm.
So when you can't feel, okay, now you correct me if I'm wrong, but that kind of sounds like I'm not important, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not valuable, or
Let's see.
I don't know. Is there any of that there? I'm just trying to make sure.
Sure. I don't feel like it's that I'm not good enough, because I think that's the part that gets angry, is that I know I am.
Okay.
At least that's my thinking at this point. I'm thinking I can't feel.
I'm not heard.
I'm not heard. I think I'm not in. I'm not heard. I don't know if I'm not important is right, or if it's I'm not heard and I'm not valued, maybe more so.
Okay, well, I'm not valued is by somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
but what would be that negative thought about yourself? If you're not valued, what are you? If you're not valued by your husband, what are you?
See, that's where I'm struggling. I don't know if it is that. I'm not heard, definitely.
Okay.
Maybe it is I'm not good enough. It doesn't feel like that
I'm
though.
not trying to put words in your mouth.
No, I understand. But I'm not sure I know what it is.
Okay. Let's leave it with I'm not heard.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I can't feel.
I can't feel.
Um,
I'm not allowed to be me. Who I am is not okay.
that's that same message from Mom.
Mm-hmm. Who I am is not okay.
I'm not okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that would definitely be a long running theme. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than believe I'm not okay, what would you rather believe about yourself when you go back and look at that picture of Dad or Mom or
I am.
Gary?
I am okay.
Okay.
Who I am is fine, yeah.
And on that 1 to 7 scale, where 1's completely false and 7's completely true, where are we at with that?
Let's see. I'm going to say maybe a 5. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe a 4. It's hard.
When you go back and look at that picture between you and your hubby,
Then I'm definitely more at a 6. Meaning I'm not.
you're believing I'm okay to a scale of 6
Oh.
out of 7 when you're going back and looking at your hubby doing the quiet.
Okay, 7 is.
Completely true.
Okay. No, we're gonna go back the other direction.
All right. Okay. Fine with me.
No, I would be more like a 3 or a 2.
Okay.
Wrong way, sorry.
We're using 2 different scales.
That's right.
It's difficult. So, okay, so, all right. I think we have a pretty good picture of what you need to work on. I'm kind of hearing that it's hubby and Eric and mom, and they kind of have sent you that
Mhm.
message that I'm not okay,
Mhm.
and they've all done it slightly different ways,
Mhm.
but
I think that's true. Mhm.
it triggers you.
Mhm. Definitely. Definitely.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, I think we have a pretty good picture of what we need to do now. Have you heard of the back of the head scale? Do you know anything about that at all?
I don't.
Let's talk about that just for
Okay.
a second. Okay, so when you're back in the memory, way back in the back of your head, we're going to call that the back of the head.
Okay.
Okay, and when you're totally present in the now, totally present right here, right now, this second, that's totally present.
Okay.
But what tends to happen is that we kind of float a little bit. But I want you to notice if you're totally back in the memory
Okay.
or if you're totally present,
Okay.
because we want to end totally present.
Okay.
But if you're kind of floating and we need to work on a little bit more, we'll just do that. I just want
Okay.
you to understand what. So you have a way of saying, I'm not done.
Okay. No, sounds good.
Okay? Does that
Sounds
make
good.
sense?
Yeah. it
So
does.
when we were kind of taking this history, did you notice that you went back in the back of your head in some
In some instances, yes. Yes.
That would be normal.
Especially searching.
Yeah, that would be normal. So, okay. All right. Well, thanks for the history. And now we'll
Okay.
just move forward.
All right. Sounds good.